So, when feudalism was working well historically, there was a mutual reciprocal relationship between the lord and the peasants, the people who were working the land. But it's important to remember that that was not always the case. There were a lot of situations where the peasants were not allowed to leave, where they were overtaxed, where they were in a very bad situation with their feudal lord. And obviously, that's part of why we decided we didn't want it anymore. One of the many things that doesn't get taught in history class is how often there were peasant revolts in the medieval period that, greater or lesser success, but it wasn't uncommon for there to be civil unrest. Proto-feudalism goes back to Roman times, so it's actually quite an old way of organizing people. And you could probably make an argument that it's just something that naturally occurs. I would personally take issue with that, but I bet there are some tech giants who would agree. In terms of the idea of techno feudalism, if we look at the tech giants as feudal lords who have a huge amount of control on our governments and the way our society is organized, it's hard not to see that. They have a lot of lobbying power, a lot of economic power, and of course, a lot of surveillance power in how they, get money from us, our eyes, and our attention. In addition, the way they operate is generally to monopolize and kill other businesses. This is just like a standard playbook now. Microsoft was doing it before it was cool, but they all do it now, Amazon, Facebook, etc. And as we can see, they have almost no legal responsibility to us, the users, or the serfs in this metaphor, who are essentially prey to whatever vagaries they want. In theory, our governments could regulate them, but they often don't bother. So in some ways, we are reproducing the very worst forms of medieval feudalism. So that's all for now. I should probably write an essay about this. I'm interested to hear what you think. I ran out of medieval ring footage that was appropriate, so you'll just have to accept some reenacting footage.